Okay. Oh, why is... Okay, my camera's acting kind of funny. Okay, that should do it. Sorry about that. Hey everyone, we're here on YouTube. This is new. So, how you guys doing? Let's see, how's the stream going? It's looking good so far. No red square of doom. Okay, everything seems to be working so far. God, I remember back in the day when I couldn't even attempt to stream on YouTube. It was just to, I don't know, maybe it really was because Potato-chan was that bad that couldn't handle YouTube specs and whatnot. So, how you guys feeling YouTube so far? It is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. My camera seems to not wanting to cooperate with me tonight. So sorry about that. So hey Sonaris, Fongola, how you doing? It looks good on my end. Oh, good. So okay, yeah, I remember. I think it was a combination of terrible hardware and just bad because, well, terrible hardware in general because because honestly I think the motherboard I was using before, it was bottlenecking my internet connection, and on top of it, it wasn't very beefy, so so I guess that actually played a part. Good stuff. So it's getting pretty hot. It's looking good on my end. Oh, good. So let's read here. Let's check the interludes. Saberstolf, I don't have him. Canis, I don't have. Mandricardo, I have. Anastasia, I don't. Salome, I do. Antonio, I do. Yang, I do. Yay! So I got some soda here. Important to stay hydrated. And yeah. Oh fuck, I missed a login day. I did, didn't I? Oh, I didn't. Good. So let's continue. Still no luck with Babanshi notes. Let's get our history right, people. What kind of soda? I think it's grapefruit soda. I don't like it much, but it's what Bonnie's sister brought, so gotta deal with that. So, Fey era. No data. The Legend of Ask the Savior. Civil wars between the clans pushing Britain to the edge of destruction. One fairy emerges to save Britain, then loses their life. That fairy was Ask the Savior. Never had grapefruit soda before? It went like it was out of the market for a good while, but then it came back. And that was a few years back, so here it is. The War of Summer, a war between the Northern Fairies led by Queen Mab and the Southern Fairies. The war ends after Ask the Savior's intervention, and the current 6-clan structure is established. Grape Fanta is good, but makes me thirsty. Understandable. Now I'm curious. It's nothing special, honestly. I prefer just standard Coke. Era of the High Queen. Era of the High Queen, first year. Morgan establishes the current order of Fairy Britain. 2001. Ainsel, chief of the Mirror Clan, makes her prophecy. A savior who will save Britain has been born. A true king who will defeat the false king shall appear. Nothing in 2010 and 2019. Chaldea arrives in Fairy Britain. So we were stuck in Sheffield. We're keeping up to date with MASH. Sheffield. Heavy footsteps echo across the northern plains. The Queen's army is on the move. A military flag depicting black flames and a mighty fortress flap at the forefront of the army marching on Sheffield. Tamlin Gawain leads the army. Actually, I'm still getting used to YouTube. Let me game title the Fate Grand Order. Here we go. You know what? Let me organize here something real quick. This is so alien to me. This should work. And again, my camera is not cooperating with me. That should do it. Okay, there we go. Tamlin Gawain leads the army. Her objective is not to snuff out the sparks of rebellion, nor to negotiate with Bogart. Beryl God, who was named the Queen's proxy only yesterday, flashes a wicked grin. This all occurred one day before Sheffield was wiped off the map. How many times have you streamed on YouTube before? I think 3 at most. Before I had to move to Twitch because honestly Potato-chan couldn't handle it. Whoa, hey M-Hairs! Hello, hello. Aren't you going to rest, Lord Bogart? If there's something on your mind, I'd be happy to listen. You can't even pour me a glass of wine? You really are a poor excuse for a wife, aren't you? Well, that's alright. I can't appreciate alcohol anyway. In fact, I don't understand why humans cook their food at all. Cutting, slicing, roasting, frying, seasoning. It all seems like a waste of time and good meat to me. We enjoying the story? I love this chapter so far. It is very good, Kay. It is very good, Kay. So welcome. The Fang clan doesn't need to act more human, and it certainly doesn't need restaurants. Did you know that Oxford is practically full to bursting with restaurants these days? Everywhere you go, there's a Woodwose on every corner. It's a sick joke, is what it is. Can you even imagine if all the shops on Sheffield's main street were nothing but restaurants? It would be so absurd no one would even know how to react. Yes, that's true. It would be a funny sight. Yes, if nothing else, those restaurants are good for a laugh. It would be fun to show you one. Never mind. I don't know why I say that. He wants to take her out to dinner. So, Child of Prophecy. I'm told you've been defeating Moors on behalf of the townspeople. I also know you've been seen fighting while wearing that armor of yours, even after I told you not to draw attention. Yes, I have. I'm sorry, Lord Bogart. I guess I'm just not fit to be your wife. Of course you aren't, you fool. You never were. And yet, even though you're capable of battling Moors, you're afraid to wield a weapon. You never came back from that iron cylinder. You never came back for that iron cylinder. Oops, sorry. Those merchants told me they found you and the cylinder together, and yet you've never even mentioned it. Why is my camera not working today? Sorry, that was Bondog. It's almost as though you would prefer to forget about it entirely. That cylinder rivals Morgan's sacred lance. Why would you run from such incredible firepower? I don't know, it's just... something about that thing feels like it could hurt everyone. Like it could even hurt all of Britain, and that scares me. No, you're not afraid of that cylinder. You're afraid of fighting itself. Never mind. Even if I did know your true feelings, I doubt I would understand them. Bork? Woof! All that matters are your records and accomplishments. Have you still not regained your memories? I don't know if it's your calling, but I have no doubt that you are a knight. One who has been fighting a long time. And yet, I've never seen you in the Queen's army before. Not that I've... nor I have... God damn it, Bondog! And yet, I've never seen you in the Queen's army before. Nor have I heard of a new Tamlin being appointed. In fact, I've never seen a fairy that looks like you anywhere. Where do you come from? Are you actually the Child of Prophecy? Are you actually the Child of Prophecy who will save all of Britain? Oh. Okay, they're calling me. Be right back. So sorry about that. We'll resume in just a bit. Okay, sorry about that. It's just that my auntie just arrived. I thought actually it was the mail service. I was supposed to receive something tonight at 8 p.m. but seems at this point it's not gonna happen, so I thought it was that. I don't know why, but for me the quality looks better here than on Twitch. Really? Welcome back. Thank you, Bongala. Thank you. Oof, kind of a hot night, so let's continue. Are you actually the child of prophecy who will save all of Britain? If you are, then you will be forced to fight wherever you go. For the child of prophecy's pilgrimage leads down a road of blood and war. Depending on how my streams go and stuff, I may actually upload the Avalon FA reading VODs early. Save us, Smash! Save us, Smash! Do you truly have what it takes? Can you not only defeat the Queen, but also unify the 6 clans and maintain your rule over them? I don't. Of course you can't. You simply aren't made for that, even if you were to regain your memories. Fairies are meant to live their lives how they like, in accordance with their purpose. Why would you force yourself to go through with something you don't desire? It's like I thought. Not thought, knew. You aren't the child of prophecy. You are no more than an imitation, a lost little lamb. Wow, rude! I've been fighting for a long time. I've been fighting the Moors since I was born. Fighting the Moors has always fallen to the Fan clan. It only made sense. We're the strongest clan in Britain. And Woodwoods and I were the strongest of all the Fan clan. The two of us alone would have saved Britain from the Moors countless times. The two of us alone have saved Britain from the Moors countless times. It was those accomplishments that led to Woodwoods being named Lord of Oxford, and I, Norwich. Yes, I remember. You told me before that you were once the Lord of Norwich. But you never told me how you ended up in Sheffield. And a man named Capeless put one over on me. He's taken over the Spriggan name now. Spriggan. But never mind that scumbag. It's nothing you need to hear about. You know about the Caterpillar War of 200 years ago? Yes? It was the only war that made the Queen scream like a flesh and blood woman. Yeah, 200, I didn't misread. I never would have guessed that accursed Morgan would be so afraid of insects. At any rate, during that war, Morgan gave blank 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 the name Gawain and made her a knight. No one can perceive Blank's name anymore. The Queen changed it so that Gawain became her true name. I wonder what her name is. Sorry, this time it's not only Bondog because my aunt and my cousin just dropped here. They also brought their dogs, so it's 3 times the dogs tonight. Okay, let me reread that. At any rate, during that war, Morgan gave Blank the name Gawain and made her a knight. No one can perceive Blank's name anymore. The Queen changed it so that Gawain became her true name. Now, no one can call her by her original fairy name until she is defeated. Oh. Woodwulls hated Blank and claimed she was the daughter of the detestable Black Dogs, but I always admired her sheer strength. The man with no cap. In fact, I am part of the reason she became a Tamlin. One day, I told her, if you don't want to be called a dog, you need only stop fighting with tooth and claw. Blank, heir of the precious blood, from here on you will fight with the greatest of swords, your horn. Ever since, she began carrying a sword with her wherever she went, until one day her prowess as a knight caught the queen's eye. She then became a Tamlin and began shielding fairies from the Moors of her own volition. I suspect that was because she had long been ostracized as a daughter of the Black Dogs. Oh no, Gawain. That allowed her to understand how the weak feel and made her demand responsibility from the strong. I believe the queen calls that noblesse oblige. It seems there is no limit to the reach of human civilization's influence. Yeah, Gawain adheres to noblesse oblige really hard. You know, you remind me of Blank back when she had just been born. Back then, she agonized over having been born strong and hated that she would now have to continuously exploit the weak. There's something about you that reminds me of her disgraceful crying. I see. So you still care deeply for this Gawain person? Hardly. I stopped thinking about her 200 years ago when she became a Tamlin. What am I saying? Why am I sitting here telling you about my youth instead of my daring exploits? This was a waste of time. Forget tonight ever happened. Erase it from your memory. I'm going back to the tribunal. Okay, take care, Lord Bogart, and please try not to stay up too late. That reminds me. Why aren't you afraid of me? That? I think it's because Sheffield is such a beautiful city. And I told you we're the one who restored it from almost nothing. Even though it's a fortress city, it puts the livelihood of the fairies who live in it first, making it a bright and comfortable place to live. I don't think I could ever be afraid of anyone who set out to build a city like that. Well, of course, Sheffield is much more beautiful than Norwich ever was. But that ends today. We'll be closing our gates as of tomorrow. Once the fight with Morgan's army begins, no one will call this city beautiful any longer. Well, what's that, Lord Bogart? That's the alarm bell from the sentry tower. But why now? They can't possibly be here already. What's going on? What's the situation? Don't tell me the Queen's army crossed the eastern mountains atop the Odvena in only 2 days. They have, sir. The Queen's army is drawing steadily closer to the main gate. We also received a message from them not too long ago. Would you like to read it? No, you read it. Just summarize it for me. What did Morgan say? Well, that is... Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me. Yes, sir. It says, hand over the child of prophecy, and I will grant Sheffield its freedom. The child of prophecy? Does she mean Lady Mash? But why? What about Norwich? Does it say anything about giving Norwich back to us? No, wait. What does she mean, grant us our freedom? Does that mean she doesn't care if Lord Bogart continues to grow his army? Grah! Is that what you think, Morgan? You think our rebellion poses no threat to you? How much must you humiliate the Fang clan before you will be satisfied? Excuse me, sir. I have an urgent message. The sentry just confirmed that Gawain's flag is at the head of the Queen's army. Tamlin Gawain is leading the advance. Well, fuck. Oh-ho. Is she now? Very tricky, Queen. She talks big, but shows us she sees us as a threat just by sending who she did. The very fact that she will send her right-hand woman to deal with us is proof that she fears our army. She knows she can't possibly take down Sheffield while Nognariab is sending out troops up north. So she chose to negotiate rather than to try and put us down. Which means the army out there is only for show. No wonder they got here so quick. They can't possibly be armed for battle. So which will it be? Will she give Norwich back to us? Or send enough troops to dispel the calamity pool? I look forward to hearing which answer you choose, O Queen of Britain. Lord Bogart? Isn't just Gawain's flag. Tristan and Lancelot's flags have been spotted as well. Well, shit. All three of the Tamlin are headed this way. I just got home. Hi, hey, Turtleman! Welcome, welcome! Don't worry, you haven't... Well, you did miss a little background on Tamlin Gawain. But how you doing? We're here, like, shit's getting dicey in Sheffield. The most powerful forces in Fairy Britain are all bearing down on us as we speak. What? All three of them? Well, fuck. I wonder, let me check something real quick. Can I? No. Nah. I need more Saint Quartz. I just need one more roll. Yeah, I can see that. I just need one more roll, Chad. I want Tristan. Yeah. I'll go back and watch the beginning later. The good thing is that, well, with YouTube you can go back and get up to date. Doshio. Gotcha. I really want Tristan too. I got Gawain, and I got her to 100. I just want Tristan, man. I got enough for 2 Turtle Man, but I still missing 1 Saint Court. I need one more. One more. Wee! 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 Meh. Okay, enough whining. Let's continue. Meh. All troops are in position, Lady Gawain. What would you have us do? She's crazy. Crazy cute? Remain on standby until the messenger we sent to Bogart returns. Tell Tristan's forces to do the same. What is Lancelot doing? Lady Lancelot is standing by in the air. She says she'll drop into the castle once the fighting begins. The Queen's orders were to cleanse Sheffield thoroughly. In addition to Bogart's army, everyone in the castle, military or otherwise, will be considered targets for Lady Lancelot. That's harsh. Oh well, you'll get one at the end of the chapter, right? Yep. Fine. We don't need them lined up anyway. So she's part of the furry clan and she got ostracized because she's not furry enough. Makes sense. Fine, we don't need them lined up anyway. Tell Lancelot to drop on the back gate when the time comes. If they try to let the Child of Prophecy escape, that's where they'll do it. I wish to be a target of Lady Lancelot. Don't we all? The legendary Lancelot needs to make a great entrance, I guess. Bogart, if you open your gates to us now, this can all end without bloodshed. Don't make me use my horn on you. Look at your forces and look at ours. You're a rational fairy. You must see that resistance will be few. Incoming message, my lady. That's a good problem to have, to be honest. The messenger we sent to Sheffield just returned with Bogart's reply. It says, "There is no Child of Prophecy in my castle. All you will find here is contempt for the Queen. This castle and I are one. If I should return to the earth, its purpose will also come to an end." That's all he wrote. That fool. Squads 1 and 2, ready your siege gear. Sheffield's ramparts will be difficult to break through. Give me a sec. They're knocking on my door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that was Bonnie Mama. She was bringing me cafe au lait. Whoop, no. There we go. Okay, looking good. Yeah, let's continue. If nothing else, Lion Boy's got balls. Furry balls. Squads 1 and 2, ready your siege gear. Sheffield's ramparts will be difficult to break through. They may even be more formidable than my foul weather. Be prepared for casualties as high as 20%. Yes, my lady. We are prepared to accept any fate in the name of the Queen. Damn you, Bogart. Your reach exceeds your grasp. Did you really think Her Majesty will give Sheffield a special treatment simply because it keeps Nognaria in check? You were a fool to underestimate us. We don't need to ambush Nognaria to keep Camelot safe from her. No truly capable leader in your position would have made such a grievous error in judgment. Your time is over, you old fool. All that remains now is for me to put you out of your misery. Assemble the troops! Prepare to hold the castle! Send word to Nognaria. Tell her we can hold out. We can hold out on our own for 2 days, and to send backup before then. At Bogart's command, Sheffield began its true battle. Many high-ranking fairies said no one told them. Many high-ranking fairies said no one told them all 3 Tamlia will be there, and that they should just give up the Child of Prophecy. But Bogart quickly put an end to their descent. It wasn't clear whether he did it because he didn't want the Child of Prophecy to protect him, or because he wanted to save her as a last resort. Whatever his reasons were, his decision was correct. If they had given up the Child of Prophecy, every fairy in Sheffield would have been cruelly slaughtered that much sooner. Report from the sentry tower. The enemy siege weapons are burning the ramparts. They've already burned through 1 layer of tree bark. The Earth Clan fairies are using oak trees to reinforce the walls, but at this rate, they won't last the night. They need immediate backup. The soldiers stationed atop the ramparts have their hands full fending off invaders scaling the walls. We outnumber them now, but they're better trained than we are. It's only a matter of time until they outnumber us as well. So far, the fighting has yet to reach the town thanks to our soldiers' valiant efforts, but... Boom, boom. What was that? Did Gawain just break in on her own? No, that's Lancelot. Lancelot is attacking from above. She's destroying the barracks. It's no use. She's too fast to even the Wind Clan fairies to track. There's no way we can shoot her down. Get her down to the ground, even if you have to destroy one of the barracks. Lancelot is like a bee. All speed and no power. As long as we can ground her, I can easily... Now what is it? Did they just fire a cannon at us? No, sir, it's Gawain. She's using her Galatine on the main gate. She's already burned through the gate's bark down to the 10th layer. We'll never be able to regrow it in time if she keeps hammering on it. Damn that girl. What about the castle grounds? Are the soldiers in formation? No, sir. The citizens are so panicked they keep getting in the way. Some fairies are even starting to riot, demanding that we let them out from the rear gate. Whatever you do, do not open the rear gate. If even one fairy makes it out, the whole thing will collapse. Somehow I doubt he's right about that. It do be like that in this chapter a lot of the time. Never mind the throne room, Captain. Never mind the throne room, Captain. Get down there and suppress those riots. Yes, sir. Let's go, you lot. There's too much chaos at the bottom ramparts and the castle. We can't fight everywhere at once. Please, Lord Bogart, tell us what we should do. You're the one who said we could fight off the Queen's army here. Or are you going to send out the Child of Prophet? I know, damn it. We just need to put out one of those fires, yes? Well, we've got a magecraft cannon of our own. Let's see what kind of power the Child of Prophecy truly has. Mash. Enraged, Bogart ran to the iron cylinder mounted on the castle keep as fast as his legs could carry him. He didn't think that alone would actually change the battle's course. At best, he hoped that it might provide an opportunity to turn the tide. Little did he know that that fateful pull of the trigger would be the beginning of Sheffield's end. The attack that would transform the battle from a siege into a scene of pure annihilation. He's gonna use the black barrel? Wow, fuck. So, if you guys remember, the black barrel is basically anti-magic. Like Havetrot said, just touching it made her feel sick. And she said that any normal fairy trying to shoot the thing will die on the spot. So Lion here actually went and shoot the thing. Oh yeah, that'll go well. A being that basically is made out of magic. That can only end well. Oh yes. Oh yeah, that'll go well. Definitely to Roman and K-Berry. The shaft of light that all but exploded from the castle changed everything. The 600 Royal Army soldiers who had been laying siege to the gate vanished in an instant. The Sheffield soldiers who had been fighting valiantly atop the ramparts died on the spot, blood gushing from their bodies. The guy killed his own man. Those fairies merely near the beam's path breathed their last peacefully. Those fairies merely near the beam's path breathed their last peacefully, as though they had only fallen asleep. Per Tsukihime, the black barrel penetrates immortality itself, pretty much. Those fairies merely near the beam's path breathed their last peacefully, as though they had only fallen asleep. The ramparts, which hadn't so much as budged when struck with Gawain's Galatine, were now completely melted down, barely leaving behind a husk. Even the Tamlin who had been standing before the main gate could no longer be seen amidst the haze of white smoke. Lady Gawain, she's... For just a moment, terror gripped the battlefield. Both the Queen's army, who had suddenly lost their will to fight, and the soldiers of Sheffield, who would normally have welcomed the turn of the tide, reeled at the nightmare that had sprung up around them. Amidst the white smoke, only a single figure was still standing, though his breathing was shallow and ragged. Ha! That's a face. But though the way the black barrel works in FGO is, I think, basically it is able to kill immortal beings, but essentially because it's able to calculate mortality for them. And the way it does is that basically it uses you, the last human of in Chaldea, as ammo for it. Here are the black barrels ammo. Basically, the thing uses your live experiences and your life expectancy and stuff to basically shoot the concept of mortality to immortal beings, and because they tend to live too long for fucking ever, when they get hit by it, they immediately die or die very fast. If I remember correctly, that's how the black barrel in FGO works. It conceptualizes mortality basically, right? Yeah, that's basically what it does, at least in FGO. It conceptualizes mortality and shoots and shoots it at immortal things. So the more immortal a thing is, the more damage it'll do. At least that's how I remember how it works here. Ha. Ha ha. Lord Bogart. Just shooting the thing killed his... not only whatever it was in its path, but also whatever was near it. His men are also dropping dead. Haha, haha, ha ha. That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And the guy is still fucking standing. Even what... and the men that were near him are just dropping dead. Behold, my soldiers, if this isn't fortune smiling on us, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is. Lord Bogart. We can win. We can still win. Not even the Tamlin can touch me while I have this. With this, I can obliterate anything that stands in my way, and not just Morgan. I can be rid of that fool Woodwells, Nognaria from the north, and the Calamity Pool threatening Norwich. This is incredible, just magnificent! Though it was right in front of him to see, Bogart remained blind to the truth. He failed to realize how odd it was that the dead Queen's soldiers had vanished without a trace. He failed to notice his own soldiers' painful deaths on the ramparts. Regardless of the ill effect on his troops, this was a Pyrrhic victory. He just burned massive holes in his own defenses, pretty much. Not only his men, but also on the fucking walls. He failed to realize how odd it was that the dead Queen's soldiers had vanished without a trace. He failed to notice his own soldiers' painful deaths on the ramparts. He failed to see the ferries who had collapsed near the castle, and the soldiers right next to him who had fallen like withered trees. The child of prophecy fell to her knees in despair, aghast at the horrors her sins had brought about. It wasn't just that she had inadvertently harmed the townspeople she cared so deeply for. Was it the fact that she had brought that cylinder here? That was part of it. Was it her inability to stop Bogart? Certainly that was a part of it too. More than anything, she felt her greatest sin was her own weakness. Her failure to consider the effect she had on those around her, or the reason she was here in the first place, using the loss of her memory as an excuse. Now, who's next? Where's that accursed Lancelot flying about? Here, child of prophecy, come here. You can wield this even more accurately, right? You see that blue bee buzzing around up there? I want you to shoot it down, along with the Queen's army. Ha 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 ha. Bogart turned, oblivious to what was happening to him. There he saw... Why? Why must I harm this beautiful world? Forget about him, Mash. Come on, we need to get out of here. But what about Lord Bogart? We can't leave him here alone. Don't you worry about me. You really are weak and useless, aren't you? I have no need for a queen who weeps over war. Go on, take her wherever you like. There, you see? Bogart made his choice. He'd rather stay here and kill his enemies. What do you want to do? What can you do? I have to help the townspeople escape. Okay, I'd rather just make a break for it myself, but if that's what you want, I'm game. Now come on, let's hurry. See you, Bogart. Don't worry about my tab. I'll be taking your bride as my payment. That's a good one. Bogart? Please be careful. Wow, the guy actually grew attached to her. So the thing with the Black Barrel in FGO, as you can see, it's not only pretty much anti-magic, but again, it also conceptualizes and weaponizes mortality. And the older and more powerful the thing it is that you shoot the Black Barrel at, the more effective the thing will be. It's basically what, in a way, what King Hassan did back in Babylonia. It imprints the concept on death on shit that's immortal. So it not only kills whatever hits, and in this case, it just pretty much kills whatever is in its range and near the course of the laser thing, because it is death. It is death used as ammo. So everything near it is just going to drop dead. Lady Gawain, you're alright. I can't believe it. Coffee time. You can't believe what? Oh, you mean that light round? That was just a beam of hot magical energy. The only threat it posed was a bit of iron poison. It was crude and used without heart. It can't even compare to a single strike from High Queen Morgan. Now, what are you all doing? And you call yourselves the cream of Camelot's crop? Hurry up and resume your advance. That fool Bogart just destroyed his own town's greatest defense. Yep. Now's our chance to size the castle. Pay no heed to the ones fleeing. All you need to concern yourselves with is Sheffield's castle. Damn. Let me check how's YouTube. Okay. God damn it! Again, my camera. Okay, here we go. There's a distinction. Azrael can bring death to those that lack the concept of death, while the Black Barrel brings death to those who possess the concept but will never normally die. Black Barrel could not have killed Tiamat, for example. Yeah, Tiamat is... the thing with Tiamat is basically that she's a fucking paradox. She can only die when everything else is dead. But we're trying to kill her to avoid everything else dying, so... that's the thing. The Queen's army poured in through the front gates as the soldiers of Sheffield tried to fight back. Some of the townspeople hid in their homes, holding up their hands in surrender when the Queen's soldiers broke in. Others saw that the front gate was lost and scrambled to make their way to the rear one. Oh, he's gonna fire that again. He not only fired it once, but twice, and he's still fucking out and about. That's pretty fucking impressive. Tamlin Gawain remained steadfast at the front gate. glaring at the castle keep a kilometer away. To Bogart, who had become utterly enthralled by the cylinder's sheer destructive power, she may as well have painted a target on herself. You think you can match this power, girl? You think you can distract me? Curse Knight of Morgan, let's see how tall you can stand after I fire another shot straight at you. Distracted by his elation, Bogart failed to realize that the weapon's poison was eating away at him. Tiamat literally could not die, the concept of death did not apply, but Azrael can apply the concept of death anyway, which Black Barrel cannot. The same is true for Earth-type Mercury. You actually explain it better. I still tend to forget exactly how Black Barrel works. The only things on his mind were his animosity for Gawain, the Tamlin he despised, and admiration for Blank's magnificent leadership. Bar guest? He's a beast, no doubt, and he's about to die like one. That little girl has become quite a fine knight, he thought, as his lips curled into a smile. At that moment, he recalled the other girl's tears just a brief moment ago. Nah, Mash! My camera is not cooperating with me tonight, damn it. Such. That is a such image. That is a such pain, Peko. For the first time in all his life, Bogart found himself on a battlefield wondering one simple thing. Why? Why was the girl crying? Why had she been so upset? What reason could she possibly have for such sadness? Try as he might, Bogart could not understand. What am I saying? This is war, and I have a weapon that can defeat my enemy. Weapons exist to be used. What more is there to consider? Sheffield belongs to me. I'll never let you bastards have so much as a single citizen. Even as he grew dimly more aware that his true anger laid not with the Tamlin, but with his own cowardice, Bogart placed his increasingly numb finger on the trigger and prepared to fire his last shot. It looks like the castle is still safe. Can we evacuate the townspeople here? We could, but then there'd be nowhere for them to run. They'd all end up either captured or killed. If you really want to save everyone, then we'll need to open the rear gate and secure an escape route for them. Sure, it'll basically hand Sheffield to the enemy, but that was going to happen sooner or later anyway. The townspeople may not have a lot of great options available to them. But whether they die to the Queen's army, head north to become Nognaria slaves, or get lost in the Night Coast domain, it should at least be their choice. Now, come on, Mash, let's head to the rear gate. Just make sure you run for it if you see a Tamlin, okay? They're here for you after all. I will. Let's go have a trot. Sorry. Um, God damn it, my camera is not being nice to me tonight. Please, open the gate. The Queen soldiers are right on our heads. On our heels. If they catch us, they're gonna tax us. That's another good one. Even with context, it's really funny. If they catch us, they're gonna tax us. I don't have that much longer left to live. There's no way I'll survive another taxation. Even with context, it's pretty awesome. Calm down. We can't open the gate. Besides, it wouldn't change anything. It won't be long now before Lord Bogart sends the Queen's army packing. Return to your homes and await his victory. Those of you without homes, head for the castle. We guards can't stay here any longer either. We need to hurry to the front gate. We don't have time for this. We can't go back to our homes. All the fire raining down from above will burn us alive. And the Queen soldiers are already occupying the castle. Our only choice is to run for it. Nocnaria's army is practically next door, right? I'm sure they'll help us. After all, they're the king clan. Now get out of our way, you useless cretins. Lord Bogart can't save us. He's the disappointment of the Fan clan. Yeah, Bogart failed. He's too weak to be a lord. He had no business challenging the queen of all people. You bastards. Their face went taxed to death. Some real California energy right there. I keep saying it. Fairy Britain is just succeeded California. Oh man, things are at a boiling point over here too. First it's the Queen's soldiers. Now we have to worry about a possible riot too. It's not like yelling at the guards is going to do anyone any good. Though I do get why they're doing it. Damn it, this way is blocked too. Bogart sure covered his bases. How about the sewer wag? Can we make it out from there? No dice, Rob. There's a wall blocking our way here too. I know they were probably just trying to seal off ways an enemy could sneak in, but this is overkill. Crap. Then we really don't have a way out of here. What about the rear gate, Wag? Did you see how they open it? Of course, Rob. I've been keeping an eye on the guards here, just like you told me to. There are levers hidden behind the third pillar in both the left and right guard houses. All we gotta do is raise and lower them. The two of us should be able to manage it. Oh, but be careful not to step on the stake at the lever's foothold. It's a safety mechanism that'll make the whole thing stop working once it's broken. Wow, that's great, Wag. I'm impressed. We have really grown up. Hehe, really? You mean it? Then does that mean I can make it on my own like Winky? Eventually, sure. But don't worry about that unless I get captured. Wag, being like Winky is the last thing you'll want to be. Oh, my head. Okay, let's sneak in and get that gate open. These Sheffield ferries have treated us to a lot of good booze. This is the least we can do to repay. Oh crap, it's the Queen's army. They're already here. Forget the gate, Wag. Stay outside here and keep an eye on things. Hey, Alvaro Gomez. Welcome, welcome. Damn it, we're a little too late. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Huh? But why can't we open the gate then? Wouldn't that help? Don't be stupid. Didn't I teach you to play it safe? What's the most important thing in the world? Your life, right? Then you've gotta take good care of it. Hey, Christopher. After all, what's the point of having something valuable if you don't save it for when it really counts? Hey, yeah, you're right. We can't sell ourselves short. Okay, then let's stay here in the sewer until... Rob, look! Over there! Someone's sending the Queen's soldiers flying. It's Anis! Anis is here to save us! I told you she's called Mash now. Anyway, change of plans. Let's sneak into the guardhouses while she's got everyone's attention. Whoa, alright. Way to go, Mash. That's our child of prophecy. The Queen's army bore down on the panicked fairies crowding around the rear gate. The guards advanced to meet them, but could not make it through the press of so many bodies. Head, you okay? Head is not okay. For some reason, my camera and thus my model aren't being very, very happy with me tonight. Yeah, sorry about that. God, it's so hot. Okay, so... so many bodies. Why is not working? Damn it. Soon, the Queen's soldiers will set upon the fairies trying desperately to escape. Once fierce blood was shed, there will be no going back. The fairies were too frightened to think straight, so the Queen's soldiers regarded them as violent dissidents. Soon, the rear gate will become a bloodbath from which none would escape alive. Unless, of course, she had something to say about it. Huh? Lady Mash, what are you doing here? I came to help. Can you open the rear gate, Lute? I'm not authorized to make that call, but then again... If the Lord's Lady wishes to pass through the gate, I guess we have no choice but open it. Good boy. Thank you. Not at all, my lady. I was this close to doing something I would have regretted forever. Some guard that turned out to be. Someone help me open the gate, and hurry! Don't let the Queen's army into the guardhouses. Don't let them touch the safety mechanism either. If you see anyone suspicious in there, kill them. Oh fuck. I've located a fairy that appears to be the child of prophecy. Moving in for the kill. Oh fuck. Rob and Wagon going to end up in the middle of it, huh? I just realized the stream delay is pretty intense. I'm sending this at night 16:30. Well, that's odd. Let me check on my end. Let me see if I can fix the settings. Wait a second. How do I fix the stream delay? It's weird because it says low latency here. Well, this is awkward.